Health. We offer a wide range of clothing for men, women, youth, children, and infants. Join us on the fourth Saturday of each month from 12:30 to 4 at the Silent Task Force. We're giving clothing with care, community with heart. Lovely Ladies Lemonade for sale, and shop to the sound of old school soul. Any questions? Contact Alicia Kennedy, Executive Director of Women United at 206-316-7601. 206-316-7601. Come and find the perfect outfit for you and your family. We look forward to seeing you there.
Happy Hump Day. We're excited that you decided to join us for the party. Fresh Juice is live Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. Pacific time on Seattle's Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack, including me, Superstar TK, Hindsight Patron, and D-Money. We're going to chop it up with some cool people, play some really dope new hip-hop and R&B music, some games, and maybe even a live performance. Lock us in right now on Fresh Juice YouTube page at youtube.com/@Fresh Juice Media, or subscribe to us on Spotify or Apple Music.
Fresh Juice.
A new law is helping people save more money on prescription drug costs. You may also be able to save with Medicare's Extra Help program. Your premium cost can be zero and your out-of-pocket expenses are low. Who should apply? Single individuals earning less than $23,000 a year, or married couples earning less than $31,000 a year. Even if you don't think you qualify, you should still check out this program. Visit ssa.gov/extra help. Medicare costs are covered by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Don't forget to log on www.rainieravenue radio.world.
Welcome to Clean Breeze Living, broadcasted live on Rainier Avenue Radio. Whoa, y'all, it's been I feel like I'm starting from fresh. It's been so long. I've been gone. I had to take a break, y'all, but let's get into it. We'll get into that in a second. Let's get into some announcements. You guys, it is September. I feel like I blinked and this year is almost over. What the heck? It's September. You still have time to get fresh, organic produce at not at Rainier Avenue Radio. I'm here at Rainier Avenue Radio at New Hope Baptist Church, 116 21st Avenue. Fresh produce every week from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you guys are in need of fresh organic produce, or if you know anyone, it is free. Please, we end in November, so please take advantage. Who knows how long this is going to last with the administration in office, y'all. We got to do something, and you better take advantage now. So from now until the end of October, we are giving away fresh organic produce at 116 21st Avenue. That is not the address to New Hope, y'all. I know everybody's in the background talking about New Hope's address is 124 21st Avenue. 116 is the building right next door to New Hope Baptist Church. I just said New Hope Baptist Church because I know most people know where that is. Join us for a broadcast on police accountability with Seattle Community Police Commission this Thursday at 5 p.m. and next week, Tuesday, the 30th at 5 p.m. Followed by Town Hall, October 21st at 6 p.m. You guys, now or never. It is time to tune in, come in, learn about the police policy, come to Town Hall. With all that is going on in this world, we need to be informed, okay? So I don't know if y'all heard it's Rapture Day. And if y'all are still here, I feel like maybe we've been left behind. So someone tell me what's up. Just kidding. It is not Rapture Day, you guys. I don't know what's in this world, but I just want you to know that it is time for y'all to wake up. It is time for you guys to start getting information for yourselves. I am here. I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that has been affecting me over the last couple of weeks. But as I talk to you, as I give information to you, I want you to do yourself a favor and go back and check everything that I'm saying, because maybe I'm lying to you. You never know. All right. So, hey, Tony's in the building. Hey, Tony. Hi. But so rapture. Let's talk about the rapture in the Bible. One thing that I had to take a break and realize that I haven't been living my full purpose. I've been holding back, and I've been holding back, worried about what people may think. And I think it's time to stop doing it. And I think a lot of us do that. We hold back because we're worried about what people may think, and we're worried about if we're saying the right things or how it's going to go over. And when you're coming in truth, facts, and biblical facts, you should not be worried. Now, we shouldn't be worried about the rapture because we should be worried, right? But not today, because no one knows the day or the hour of when God will return, when he will send his son Jesus to come back and get us. If you are in your Bibles, you will know that I am just so confused about how so many people are just falling for this. Like, over the last few weeks, I took time to myself. I want to say this without people being concerned, because we can do this without people being concerned. I was losing my marbles. I was, like me and Daniel talk a lot of times, I was doing too much and I needed to reset. And I think that that is something that we need to do in this world. Take time to reset and have self-reflection on what it is that our intentions are in this world. Because we are getting out of hand. We are so divided. And I won't even say so. It feels like we are divided. But if you're looking and following the numbers, you will understand and you will see that, yes, there is a good portion of people who are just out there, just far gone. But there's a good portion of us that still believe in the power of love, the power of prayer, the power of people, the power of community, the power of taking people back, the power of God. There is a lot of us that still believes. And so I don't want anyone to lose hope. I just want to come in here and talk about, let's reset and let's self-reflect and let's get into it. And how can we connect and move and stand up against this administration that is trying to divide us, that is trying to cause hate in our heart and cause worry. In the Bible, it says God did not give us the spirit of fear. So let's stand up. I was trying to figure out how to start this, because I don't want to give anybody any more airtime than they already have. I feel like over the past few weeks, we have been talking about the specific person, whether you love this person and believe in this person, and whether you're not. Where I fall along the lines is, we do not deserve to take life. No one deserves to take life. We did not create it. We do not get to determine to take it. So that's where I stand with that. No one deserves to take life. However, we do not get to change the way someone lived in death. And the way that person lived in life was very divisive. And I feel like we are getting beside the point of what is Christian and what is not Christian. And I really want people to understand. Like, I used to look at books, like my mom used to, I remember when we were kids, she set us in Bible study, and we watched this movie Left Behind. Scared the crap out of me, right? And as we got older, the Left Behind transitioned into something different. And I used to wonder, like, how can anyone just believe stupid stuff? Like, how can I refuse to believe that us as humans will sit here and believe anything that anyone spit out to us. And now here we are watching people sit here and believe anything. And that is because we are so used to people spitting out information to us. People don't want to learn anymore. People don't want to be educated. And I don't know what a disconnect is, but if you don't take the time to read, if you don't take the Bible, the books, history, if you don't take time to get out in your community and see that there are people out here who are Black and white, who love each other, who support each other, who wants to see good for each other, not all are bad. I was listening to clips of this person say some very rude things about Black women, Black men, about I forgot what else he said, but No one seemed to have fact checked this person. No one, I really wish he would have went up against someone like Amanda Seales. I know people feel some kind of way about Amanda Seales, but I really feel she would have went up against someone about Amanda Seales. But again, people like that don't care about actual facts. They just want to say trigger words to get people going. And then people don't even take the time to listen. They are just following that one person. I hope this is making sense to you guys, because it's just so much, and I'm just so dumbfounded at what I'm watching on TV and how we could say we love God, but God is not of hate. God is of love. Jesus, you're following Christians. I don't know if people know this, but being a Christian means you are a follower of Christ. Being a Christian means you're a follower of Christ. And if you actually read the Bible and you read about Jesus, which is in Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, I think it is. I am learning the Bible over the past few years. And I want to say, I didn't just start this year. It is a journey. Learning the Bible is a journey. It's not like you just read the Bible. You can read the Bible in 365 days, like they say in the Bible apps, but you're still not learning the Bible. You're just reading a book. You have to go back and you have to study. You have to go back and you have to break it down. You have to go back and you have to look and research what these certain terms and things meant in the times that they were in. It's not just like I read the Bible, so I just know everything. But if you read the Bible and you read what Jesus is doing, Jesus is literally walking through the streets. He is not talking about race. He is not trying to divide anyone. He is trying to bring those together who will love to be in the numbers to go see God. He is speaking love. He's teaching us how to take care of one another. He is raising money for the poor. He is not talking about kill the poor. He is not talking about kill the homeless. He is talking about loving the homeless. So it is time for us to take a step back, reflect, and set our intentions. What are your intentions in life? That's another thing, is we are so lost. We're so lost, and we think and we lose hope because we're listening to what other people are saying. We don't understand that we still have time to do things for ourselves and for others. And another thing, when you hyper focus on yourself, you become self-reflect. But when you hyper focus on yourself and your issues, you start to become selfish and you start to make things all about you. And we live in a world as a collective. So as you're setting your intentions on yourself and what you want to accomplish in this world and what you need, you also need to be setting your intentions on what do you bring to your community? What do you bring to people around you? What do you bring to life? I remember watching the movie Saw. The movie Saw scares the hell out of me. We could say hell, right? Scares me, right? Because the reason why it scares me is not because the man, the person was taking people and kidnapped them. He was specifically taking people who he saw wasting their lives away, who had potential, but they were wasting their lives away. And he kidnapped them and he made them fight for their lives. How bad do you want it? Don't be that person that sits there and that really stuck with me, because it was like, I don't want to be that person that get kidnapped or taken away because I wasted my life away. And I know you guys think I'm crazy, but that stuff can happen, honey. Have you watched First 48? Have you watched Snapped? Stuff like that can happen. But I really just bring that to your attention to know that we all have potential. We all have a calling on our lives. We all have a special gift that God gave us. I am a believer in God. So God's going to always be in any and everything that I speak about. God gave us all a gift, and God gave us discernment. God gave us the will to fight. Being a Christian means being a follower of Christ, but you also are in a war. You are in a war. We used to sing this song, and my kids just sang it at church on Sunday. We are soldiers in the army. We got to fight. I know we got to fight. We sing that song and we're just all like, hey, that's a good song. But it's like, no, y'all, when you are a follower of Christ, you are in war. You are in war with the enemy who wants you to be like the people, the sheep, and follow evil people. But you are a follower of Christ. That means you know what is true. That means that you know God is of love. God is not of hate. God does not say hate your neighbor. God does not say because someone is a different race that they don't deserve anything. God does not say because someone is homeless, they don't deserve sympathy, empathy, whatever you want to call it, comfort, food, help. People who want help and need help, they are deserving. We are all deserving as humans. We do not have the right to take someone's life. Let's not forget that. No one has the right to take someone's life, regardless of how they believe and what you believe. You don't have the right to take their lives. And if you are a follower of Christ, you don't have the right to hate them. And I know that's hard because I struggled this past week of myself and how I was feeling and what I was thinking. And what I learned through all of this is you really have to be mindful of the words that you are speaking. You really have to be mindful of the words that you are speaking. We've always said this when people want to go out for vengeance and get people. And we talk about how when you're building a grave for someone else, you're also building two, one for them and one for you. The words that you speak have power. So I will say that the person, something happened to that person, but the thing that happened to that person is the thing that that person was wishing upon other people. Public execution. There should be casualty to be able to protect our Second Amendment. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. And that scared me more than anything, to hear the words come out their mouths. And then that is how they succumbed. Words have power. No, he didn't harm anybody by hitting them, but he was harming people with words. And other people were picking up on those words, and other people put into action of those words that they were saying. Does that make sense? Are you picking up what I'm dropping down? So be mindful of the words that you are speaking. When you're thinking about your life and your community and you want change, like I had to be mindful of the words that I was thinking as I was processing all of this. Because I never, like, I am one of those people that I watch the Green River movie. I do not suggest anybody watch that. Do not watch that movie. It has been messing with my mind ever since. But I watched that movie. And even when I see movies like that, I still feel some kind of way when people get death penalty, because I don't believe that any human has the right to take someone else's life. Yes, that person chose that, but I feel like God has a say in how they are taken, so how they are taken away, right? Yes, jail time, of course, jail time. But I have to even reconcile with myself when I was watching that movie and he got caught and he was crying and wanted a plea deal because he didn't want to die after he maliciously took the lives of 70 plus people. He didn't want to die. But even still, my heart can't condemn anybody to death. So I personally can never condemn anybody to death. I condemn them to what God wants them to happen to them for what they do. However, I won't grieve anyone who is speaking malicious about anyone. I won't grieve anyone who's doing divisive things. Having someone grieve over someone who was talking about our community, giving false numbers about our community, is like telling the people in the Bible that escaped Egypt to grieve over the people who died in the water. Like, you can't make people grieve over someone who meant them harm. Now, do we wish harm on people? No, but I'm not going to grieve anyone because that person spoke words of ill intent towards everyone. And that person dug a grave for themselves if they were trying to dig a grave for other people. Mind you, I think the same day, if not the same day, the next day, there was a mass shooting at a school. Children's lives lost. Our children's lives continue to get lost because we're so caught up in race. We are so caught up in Republican versus Democrat. We are so caught up in the far left and the far right. And we are so distracted. The enemy, and that's part of the enemy's plan, is to keep you so distracted that you lose hope, you lose faith, and you can't even see what's happening in front of you. And that's another reason why I had to take time for myself. I had to take time to get my mind right, because there was so much going around on that I was distracted on what was important to me and why did I even start my mission in being a life coach. Why am I a director of a nonprofit farm? What is my mission? What is important here? This world will have you so distracted and focused on things that don't even matter that you lose sight. So now I'm back. And what's important is, let's start to self-reflect. So now that we went through all that, self-reflection, getting our mind right. We need to get our mind right. Get your mindset right. And self-reflection is one of those. Set your intentions. Know what you're fighting about. Know what is important. So right now, my focus is people, humans, human people, not black, not white. How are the humans doing mentally, spiritually, physically? Are they fed? Some of the things that have been said in this out over the last couple of days, about weeks, about Black people. These clips keep going over and over again about Black fathers in their lives. Do you know that Black fathers are more likely to be in their children's lives than any other race? Whether they're in the home, they still are a part of their children's lives. And when we talk about Black on Black crime, white on white crime, the statistics shows that people are mostly killed by their own race. So there is crime across the board. How do we stop it? How do we get ahead of gun control? How can we protect our babies in school? There was just a shooting last week, and I just want to send love and shout out to one of our community members, Michelle Reese, who lost her son to gun violence. It breaks my heart that another mother has been welcomed into a group of mothers who've lost their kids to gun violence. So when I'm setting my intentions and when I'm setting my thoughts on how can I help my community? How can we stop another mother from welcoming her child into this group? And I thank God that those groups are there. So I'm not seeing anything bad about those groups, because they are needed. People need comfort when they're losing their children. But I don't want to welcome anyone else into that group. I don't want to be welcomed into that group. I have children. So when I'm setting my intentions, I'm thinking about how can I be a better person for myself, for my family, and for my community. And if you think about where can I start when we talk about community, everyone's always talking about community this, community that. Right now, Rainier Avenue Radio does a lot of things for our community. He sets up space for us to have conversation, real conversations, because everyone talks about how that person who I won't name, I won't even give any more airtime because they've been given too much airtime, was a great debater. That person was not a great debater. That person was not giving real facts. That person was not letting people speak. That person was cutting people off, and that person was talking loud. Just because the person is talking loud does not mean they're right. You have to remain calm in those moments and know that the truth will prevail. But like Rainier Avenue Radio has space. So we have the police accountability, community police commission is coming here on this Thursday at 5 p.m. Show up to that. Listen to what they're talking about. Listen to their policies. I know that I've seen a commercial for ICE. Like, it's these things where they are trying to get in your head. Like, they're like, Seattle police, I know you've been having to stand down. Like, it's just the wording. Watch the wording that people use to entice you, to get you to do wrong. They want to corrupt your mind. If you see everything they're trying to change our school and what we can teach our children, they're trying to change our view of what Christ is. They're trying to change our view of what God is. And as I'm talking, I wanted to look up this. I hope I put it in my notes, but I wanted to read this to you guys because it really sat with me. And if I can't find it, then I just can't find it. But I was reading something about what is really important for you to, what God is, what God's love is. the world is teaching us. I can see why people don't believe in God when you have the president of the United States talking about he says he loves God, but then he wishes ill will towards his enemies. And that's not of God. God does not wish ill will towards any enemy. God says, pray for your enemy. God says, love your enemy. Jesus says the main commandments was to love your enemies. I mean, not love your enemies, love God and take care of his people. Love God, take care of his people. Are you taking care of your people? If you are a follower of Christ and if you are a believer and you think that people are not deserving because they're homeless, if you think people who are a different race than you doesn't deserve to be held in high regards and high positions, I want you to go back and reread the Bible. I'm trying to get out of saying someone's not saved because also we have to know that people believe and think certain things because of how they were raised. So this is why I say not only get into your community, but also visit other people's community. So where we're speaking facts and data and stats about an African American community, have you been to that community to see these people in real life? Have you listened to what has happened to their community over and over and over again? Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing Black people can do is build. One thing Black people can do is build money. One thing Black people can do is bring you a vibe. And history has shown us. I don't need to show you no facts or no stats about that. History has shown us. But history has also shown us when we build, when we create, when we're in our own space, in our own lane, another group of people come in and they tear it down. They run us out. They ran us out. They burned us down. They drowned us out. And now we're here. And I know that when we talk about integration, that whole thing was meant to do well so that we were all seen as one. But it seems like that has bugged the other side, and they find every way to bring us down. And not all. It is not all on that side. It is not all Black people. It is not all white people. It is not all Hispanics. I hate that commercial. I hate that ICE commercial where it gaslights us to say that we're looking for criminals, we're looking for rapists, we're looking for they are just looking for brown bodies. And if you're paying attention and you're opening up your mind, it's time to start speaking out because they are not even treating these people right. They are not treating these people right. People. It is time for us to stand up. But how do we stand up if we're divided? And how can we come together? We come together through self-reflection. We come together through getting out in our community. We come together through educating ourselves. It didn't take me nothing but a few clicks and a button to research stats on Black crime, white on white crime, dads being in the lives of their children, mass shootings, the numbers of mass shootings. There has been 300 and something mass shootings this year. That is crazy. That is crazy. And it's only September. How many children and families have we lost? So the thing that I wanted to leave you guys with, and I'm gonna read it really fast, is in the same way the tongue is a small thing that makes grand speeches, but a tiny spark can set great forests on fire. And among all the parts of the body, the tongue is a flame of fire. It is a whole world of wickedness, corrupting your entire body. It can set your whole life on fire, for it is set on fire by hell itself. People can tame all kinds of animals, birds, reptiles, and fish, but no one can tame the tongue. It is restless and evil, full of deadly poison. Sometimes it praises our Lord and Father, and sometimes it curses those who have been made in the image of God. And so blessings and curse come pouring out of the same mouth. Surely, my brothers and sisters, this is not right. That is biblical. If someone says they're a follower of Christ and that's not speaking that and condemning that, you need to rebuke it. And you need to go and you need to read the Bible, read books about history, educate yourself, get in your community, connect, and let's get this work to be done. All right, guys. Bye.
Rainier Avenue Radio.